Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel AI Practitioner. Today I will talk about how we can integrate Slack with Oracle Autonomous AI Database. So we can send the message from Oracle Autonomous AI Database to Slack. We can also send the query result to from the database to the Slack. So today I will show you how we can integrate, and I will show you how I can send a message or the query output to the Slack from Autonomous AI database. So let's get started. Before start, there are some prerequisite. So let me show you. What are the prerequisite? First, we should have Oracle Autonomous AI database. This is my Oracle Cloud account. It's a always free account if you see here. So you can just create an account and create the Autonomous AI database. And this is the prerequisite. And also you have a Slack account. If you don't have Slack account, just you can you can create one Slack account. Once you have the Slack account, like let me show you, I have already. So I'm using my Gmail address, and this is my Slack account. Once you log into the Slack account, you will see different workspace. Like I have these workspace, and you can create any workspace. First create the Slack account, then create a workspace. If you don't have any workspace, if you already have workspace, you can use that. Otherwise, create a new workspace by clicking this create another workspace. Once workspace is created, if you see, this is my testing workspace I just created. And once you click on this workspace, it will open you the Slack dashboard like this, or Slack app. So this is my testing workspace if you see here. So I particularly just because I'm using browser here. If you use the desktop app, you will see all your workspace in the same Slack app, but I'm just using the browser for my testing workspace. Okay, so this is the prerequisite. One is the Autonomous AI database you should have. Another one, you should have Slack account with any workspace. Just create any workspace, just like I created the testing. Okay, so once you have these two things set up, the database and the Slack account with the workspace, then what we have to do, we have to configure the Slack. So what it will do, basically, we are sending the message from the Oracle Autonomous AI database to the Slack app, and Slack app is integrated with the Slack channel. So via the channel, we will receive the message here. So we will create a channel also here, and we will create a Slack app. So first, let me show you step by step so it's easy to understand. So first, let me create a Slack app. So this is the URL to create a Slack app. I'll post in the description. So here you see create an app. So click create an app here. So once you click that, it will show you like something like this: build something amazing, create an app, and you will see this pop up here. So just click on from scratch, and here you can give any name. Like I can give Slack Autonomous ADB. Okay, you can give any name, and you have to select the workspace here. In which workspace you have to develop this app, which workspace you want to use to develop your app. So I'm using the testing here, and create app. So you see app created, and you see the basic information here: app ID, date of app creation, client ID, client secret, and all those things. And these are the display information like ADB. And here at the end, you will see the delete app if you want to delete any app. So you can see this. So just this is how you can do this. And once you if I click on your app in the top right corner, if you see, if I click your app, you will see all the apps here. So I can just click again here. So you see your app is here, Slack ADB testing. Which workspace you're using? Testing workspace. This is app ID, and this is the other parameters. Okay, so now our app is created. So once your app is created, now second task, what we have to do, we have to configure our Slack app. We have to configure this app. So how to configure means, let me click this and scroll down. So after creating, you have to configure Slack application. To configure, you have to basically request the scopes, which will grant your application permission to perform actions such as read, write, or files write, chat write options. Okay, so we have to go on the scope option. Okay, so where you find the scope option, first click on your app like I just created, then go on OAuth and permission. So where is that? So you see here OAuth and permission, click that. Basically we are granting our application permissions to perform certain actions. Okay, so if I scroll down here, here is the scopes. You see, so Slack app have a built-in permissions are governed by scope it requests. So what are the scopes we have to give? So first scroll down, and here add auth scope. So just give read, let me give channels read. So you see channels read. So what it will do, view basic information about public channels in a workspace. So to view the public channel information, we have to give this grant. So give this. So you see it's added, and this is the description. Second, what we have to add? We have to add chat write. Okay, here is that chat write. What chat write will do, you see here the send message, right? So chat write is basically this permission scope. It enable you to post message in approved channels and conversations. So this is how you can send the message. Now we have to give three scopes. These two I do. There's another one, that is the files, right here. So what it will do, you see, upload, edit, and delete files as Slack ADB. This permission scope will enable you to upload, edit, and delete files from your Slack app. So we need these three permission because we have to update and edit the files. Also, we have to send the message also to test, and we have to see the basic information. So these three scopes we must have to add to use this app, and this give the permissions. Okay. So once these three added, then what we have to do? Let's request to install, save IP address. Okay, this is good now. So what's next? Now we have to create a Slack channel. Okay, but before that, where is that? Oh, token. We can come back, but let me do it now. So what we have to do? So we gave the permissions, right? Now we have to create the O token. So O token will automatically generated when you finish installing your app to your workspace. You will use this token to authenticate your app. So basically, to use this app, we have to authenticate, right, from our autonomous database. That's why we need this O token. So let me click install to testing. So you see here, allow. Okay. So now you see bot user O token. This is necessary. I will show you where we will use and how this bot user O token will be used. Okay. So before that, let me go back and what we have done so far. So once you have Slack account, you create a workspace. I have already have a testing workspace. Then we have to create a uh, app. So click on create app. We created the app, and after creating the app, we have to give the permission. So we have to give three scopes: channel read, chat write, files write. Once that is done, we created the OAuth token. Okay, so like here you will see your OAuth token is here. Now what we have to do, we have to create a channel because this is the app. We have to integrate this app with the channel. So what's the flow? Basically, autonomous AI database send the message through this app, because that will autonomous AI database has a package that it will use this OAuth token to create a credentials and send a message to this app, and this app we will integrate to the channel, so that the message will come into the channel here. So I will show you that. So app is done. Now we create a channel. So to create a channel, what you have to do, uh, add channel here, create a new channel. So just give any name here, your channel, for example, development. I'm just giving any, you can give any name here. Now click next. So public, anyone in testing, you can give public or private. I'm using public right now. Just create, add people. So let's skip for now. So you see here, the development channel is created here. Okay. So once your channel is created, what do we have to do next? Once is created, then we have to integrate our app with this channel. So how we will integrate? We'll go to this channel setting. Where is the setting? Let me see. Uh, Edit settings. Yeah, you see edit setting. There is an integration here. When you click on the integration, there is an app. Add an app. Once you click add an app, which app you want to add? The one that we created, Slack ADB, right? Just this is our app, right? So just integrate with this app. Click add. So you see here, the app is integrated. You see, was added to development by Manoj. So this app is integrated with this channel. So whatever message comes to this app, it will show in the channel because we integrated this app in with the channel with the app. Okay, so this part is completed. Now let's come to the autonomous AI database part. Okay, so where is our AI database here? So here click on database action and SQL. It's taking some time. So while this is opening, let me show you. This is the Oracle documentation on Slack, send Slack notification from autonomous AI database. So I'm using this document. So if you see, we created a Slack app and we provided these three permissions. Okay, the scopes basically you see here, the bot token of the Slack app must have the following permissions, so scope defined. So bot token also token we created, and these are the following permissions scopes we defined, right? Now what we have to do with channel we already created, right? So have Slack admin Slack app to the channel to which DBMS cloud notification can send message through integration option in the channel. This part we already done integration. So now we will do the autonomous AI database part, like how we can send notification or how we can create the credentials. So first thing is we have to create a credentials. Okay, so let me see if it comes up. Yeah, So here I have already have autonomous database. I click on database section and open the SQL worksheet. So here is the SQL is open, right? So first thing what we have to do, we have to create a, let me go back to the documentation. We have to create the credentials. The credentials, username is Slack token and the password is the bot token. Okay, so why we have to create a credential object to access the Slack app from autonomous AI database. So how we access the app, so from the autonomous AI database we should have some credentials, right? So we create those credentials in autonomous AI database so we can access that app. So by via app we can connect with the channel, right? So how to do this, the credentials is like, let me copy this, how to create a credentials and go back here and let me paste here. So this is how we can create credentials. dbms underscore cloud dot create underscore credentials. Credentials name is Slack underscore cred. Username is, you cannot, don't change the username, this Slack underscore token. And what is the password here? Password is the xbot. Let me go back again here. So you see password is the auth. Let me go back here. Where is our app? So here's our app. So this is the bot user auth token. So this is the token you have to copy that we created before. Once it's copied, go back to the SQL and paste it here in the password. This is our password because that's how autonomous AI database can access the our Slack app. Okay, so let me click this and create this. Okay, I'm getting the error message. Slack cred already exists. Is saying this is already exists. So what we have to do? One second. We have to delete the old ones. I already, because I was testing something, so I already have this one. So first, what I have to do, I have to drop that, right? So for dropping, let me, give me a minute. So here is the procedure we have to use: drop underscore credential and credentials name. So what is the credential name? Slack underscore cred. So let me run this first. Okay, this is done. Now let me clear the screen. Now let me create again. Okay, so credentials created. Now it's created successfully, so we can now autonomous database can connect with the Oracle app. Now what we have to do next? First, we have to create credentials. Second is we have to configure access control to allow user access to the external network service. So let me go back to the documentation. So this is done, create credentials. Now configure access control to allow user access to external network services like Slack. Okay, so you see access control list. So we have to create this. Let me copy this and go back to our, let me delete all this. Okay, so what we have to change here? We don't need to change anything. Append host is slack.com. This is the host, this is the port, and this is the access control. This use HTTP. Okay, so here we don't need to change anything, just run that. Okay, we're getting again error message. Example, invoking user must be declared. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I have to. I didn't put the username. Let me see. One thing is wrong here. If you see, example invoking user principal name. I didn't change this. I have to change this because I'm using admin user. If you see here, admin user. So I have to change this to admin. Okay. So with whatever user you are using, you have to change this. So let me clear this and run again. Where I'm sending the message from the admin user. So principal name should be the user which you are sending. So you see it's completed now. So this is done. So let me go back to the documentation again. Now, if you are sending SQL, configure access control to allow sending the output with DBMS cloud notification dot send data. Okay. So this is if we want to send message, then we don't need to create this one. But if we want to send the output of SQL, then we need this. So and we are using that also. So let me uh, use this as well, because if you send only message, this access control list is enough. But if you're sending the output of the SQL, then we need this. So let me copy this and go back here. So here also we have to change the principal username. Okay. Now run this. Okay, this is created. So this both things are done. Now what we have to do, let me go back to our documentation. This is done. Now send message to Slack channel. So now we have done both things, right? We created the credentials. Where is that? Here. We created the credentials is basically to connect if you see, this credential username is Slack token and the password is the bot token that we use from the Slack app, right? So that's how so credential object access the Slack app from autonomous AI database. So to access the Slack app from AI database, we create the credentials, and we have to control the access control list so that the user can access, so the, like in my case, the admin user can access the Slack. Okay. And this is also the same thing, the admin user can access the Slack, but to send the data, not just the message. Okay, that's why we use files.slack here. If you see, here's slack.com, here files.slack.com. Okay, and now we can test. So we can test the send message to Slack channel. So let me just copy this, go back here, delete this whole thing. So we can send the message. So what is the procedure we have to use? Send underscore message procedure we have to use to send the message. Provider is Slack, credentials name is Slack underscore cred. This is the credentials you have to put the same name that we use to create the credentials. Like here we use uh, this statement, right? So credential name is Slack underscore cred. So we, whatever name you use here, we have to use in this statement. Okay. So message alert from autonomous database, just let me keep this one. You can put any message, and the parameters is JSON object, channel, and value. So what is this is important here. So we are sending the message to where we have to specify the channel, because we can have multiple channel here, right? Because here I created the development channel, right? I create the development channel and then I integrate with the, if you see, development channel, and then I integrate that with the Slack ADB app, right? So you have to give this channel. So this is development channel, and but we have to give the, where is that? SQL, okay, channel, and the channel value or the channel ID you have to give here. So how to find that? Go back here, development, again go to the more section, edit settings. This is our channel. So scroll down. Okay, it's not here. Let me see where I see. Maybe in the about here. You see the channel ID. So this is the channel ID. So just copy here this channel ID and go back there. You have to change this value here with the channel ID. Okay, because then only it recognize, okay, where to send the message. So if I run this message, run this code, then this message should come to the development channel. So let's see. Let me clear here. Was successfully completed. So if I go back here, you see alert from autonomous database. This is the message we send, right? So this is successfully integrated, and we are able to send the message from Oracle Autonomous AI database to our development channel in the Slack, right? So this is just the message we send. But if we need to send the not the message, but if we need to send the data like the query result we have to send, then how we will send it? So that also we can do it. So it's the same thing. Instead of you see here send underscore message, we have to use send underscore data. So let me see what data I have. So I have this customers table here, or you can use any table whatever data you have, but I have this customer table. So if I do select star from customers, so this is the data, sample data I have, right? The name, email, product, amount. So let me just use this. So if you see here, instead of, let me see, it's in the here. So this one we already tested, send message. Now send data, send underscore data. So I'm using this one. Okay. So if I use to send the query result, so same instead of send message, send data. Provider is Slack. Credential name we have to use the same credentials. Query we have to use the query here. The output we need on the Slack channel. So I'm just using Slack star from customer where amount is greater than equal to 40,000. Okay. So whatever the output, it will show in the channel. And parameter, channel value, and type CSV. So there are two types here, CSV or JSON. You can use anything. So but channel value again you have to copy. So let me go back again, edit settings, about, this is the channel ID. Let me copy again and put it here. Okay, so let me see in the CSV first. So run this. It's completed. If I go back here, you see the data is here. They will, so whatever is greater than or equal to 40,000. Okay, this is nice. Now this is the CSV, but CSV I didn't like that much because you see we don't know what is this and what is this. So let's change it to JSON, because JSON is the key value pair, so it's much better output, I believe. So let me run here. Okay, it's done. So if I go back, you see here is the output. So JSON is giving key value pair, the name, this is the name, the email, this is the email, the product, and this is the amount. So this is very nice, right? So we can get the output from the autonomous AI database to our Slack channel, the message also and data also. So to advanced level, you can use the schedule this any output, you put it in a DBMS scheduler or anything you want, like every day, automatically getting the message here. So we can do more things, but this is how we can integrate Slack and get the message and data from the autonomous AI database to the Slack. So just on the summary, what we did, we if you first you should have autonomous AI database and the Slack login with the workspace. Once you have workspace, then create an app. Once you create the app, you have to define the scope. These are the three scopes you have to define. Once you have scope, create the OAuth token, because we need this OAuth token to authenticate, use this in the when we create the credential in autonomous AI database, so AI database can access this app. Okay, so once this is done, you have to create a channel, like I created a channel here. Once channel is created, you have to integrate with the app. Once it's integrated with the app, so the autonomous database can send the message directly to the channel because integrated with the app, and autonomous database already have access to the app. So once this is set up, then you have to Just go to the SQL. You have to create a credentials. Once create credentials, then you have to create a ACL. Let me go back here. So here you create a credential, then you have to access configure the access control list to allow users access the Slack. And this is for the message. This is for to send the files. Once this is done, you can test with the send message and the send data with the output of the query. So this is how it's easy to set up. Yeah, so let me know if you like the video. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe my channel. I'll come up with some new videos, and thanks for watching.